Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Your credit card company already knows this. Do you? Here's what might shock you. Compound interest is working against most Americans every single day, and they don't even realize it. While you're sleeping, it's quietly transferring wealth from your pocket to someone else's. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. Let me explain compound interest in the simplest terms possible. Compound interest is when you earn interest, not just on your original money, but also on the interest that money has already earned. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow and gets bigger and bigger, faster and faster. The math is straightforward. If you invest $1,000 at 8% annual interest, after 1 year, you have $1,080. In year 2, you earn 8% on the full $1,080, not just your original $1,000. That gives you $1,166. By year 3, you're earning interest on $1,066, and so on. The longer it compounds, the more dramatic the effect becomes. But here's where it gets interesting and dangerous. This same principle works in reverse when you owe money. When you carry a credit card balance, you're paying compound interest to the bank. Every month you don't pay off that balance, you're charged interest, not just on what you originally spent, but on all the previous interest charges too. Let me show you what this looks like with real numbers. Say you have a $5,000 credit card balance at 18% annual interest. That's about average for most cards. If you only make the minimum payment of roughly 2% of your balance each month, here's what happens. You'll pay about a $100 the first month. Sounds manageable, right? But after 5 years of minimum payments, you'll have paid over $4,000 in interest alone. And you'll still owe about $200 on that original $5,000 purchase. In total, that $5,000 item will cost you over $9,000 and take you 22 years to pay off if you stick to minimums. 22 years. Now flip that scenario. Take that same $5,000 and invest it in a diversified index fund averaging 8% annual returns. After 22 years, the same time it would take to pay off that credit card, your $5,000 would have grown to over $26,000. That's a $35,000 difference between being on the wrong side versus the right side of compound interest. Dave Ramsey puts it perfectly in The Total Money Makeover. Most people are working harder, not smarter, with their money. The biggest mistake I see is that people focus on the wrong end of the equation. They obsess over finding better investment returns, chasing the latest hot stock or cryptocurrency, while simultaneously paying 18% to 24% interest on credit card debt. This is like trying to fill a bucket with a massive hole in the bottom. You can pour water in as fast as you want, but you'll never fill that bucket until you plug the hole. No investment strategy makes sense when you're paying credit card interest rates. None. Here's your one actionable step. Calculate exactly how much you're paying in interest every month across all your debts. Add up every credit card, personal loan, and car payment. Write that number down and put it somewhere you'll see it daily. This is the amount compound interest is stealing from your future self every single month. Then, attack your smallest debt with everything you've got while making minimum payments on the rest. Once that's gone, take everything you were paying on that debt and attack the next smallest one. This is Ramsey's debt snowball method, and it works because it harnesses the psychological momentum you need to win with money. Remember, compound interest doesn't care about your intentions or your excuses. It's a mathematical force that works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The question isn't whether it's working, it's whether it's working for you or against you. If this made you think differently about money, subscribe. One concept every week.